The music stopped abruptly. Silence. Then, the deafening roar of a police siren sliced through the night. A sea of flashing red and blue reflected in the wide eyes of partygoers, their celebratory cheers turning into confused murmurs. The Los Angeles mansion, moments ago pulsating with life, now stood frozen, a tableau vivant on the brink of chaos. At the center of it all, young rapper Polo G, his face etched with confusion and fear, found himself staring down the barrel of the law. Polo G, born Taurus Trellis Bartlett, was no stranger to the harsh realities of street life. His lyrics, raw and unflinching, spoke of the struggles he'd overcome, the violence he'd witnessed. But nothing could have prepared him for this. As officers swarmed the mansion, their faces grim, the weight of the situation pressed down on him. This wasn't another rap verse, another story to be told. This was real. The events leading up to that fateful night were a blur, a kaleidoscope of flashing lights and adoring fans. Polo G, fresh off a successful tour, had decided to celebrate in style. His mansion in the Hollywood Hills, a testament to his meteoric rise to fame, was the chosen venue. Friends, fellow artists, industry heavyweights, everyone who was someone had received an invite to the hottest party in town. The night had begun like a scene from a music video. Expensive cars lined the driveway, their sleek exteriors glinting under the California moon. Music pulsed from within the mansion, a siren song that drew guests deeper into the heart of the revelry. Champagne flowed freely, its effervescence mirroring the mood of the evening. Laughter mingled with the strains of the latest hip-hop tracks, creating an intoxicating symphony of celebration. Polo G, the man of the hour, was in his element. Surrounded by friends and admirers, he exuded an aura of quiet confidence, his smile both charming and guarded. He moved through the crowd with ease, a natural charmer who effortlessly captivated those around him. News of the arrest spread like wildfire through the city, fueled by the insatiable hunger of the media. Social media platforms became breeding grounds for speculation and rumor, each post adding another layer of distortion to the already murky narrative. Journalists, eager for a scoop, camped outside the police station, their cameras flashing incessantly, capturing every fleeting expression, every whispered conversation. The official statement from the LAPD was frustratingly vague, citing an alleged altercation at a private residence and withholding the names of those involved. This lack of information only served to fuel the flames of speculation, the rumor mill, churning out increasingly outlandish theories. The world watched with bated breath, waiting for the truth to emerge from the shadows. The weight of the accusation hung over Polo G like a shroud. He found himself confined to a cold, sterile interrogation room, the harsh fluorescent lights amplifying the feeling of unreality. Time seemed to warp, stretching and compressing in ways he couldn't comprehend. One minute he was laughing with friends, the next he was staring at his reflection in a two-way mirror, his face pale, his eyes reflecting the turmoil within. The interrogation was a grueling affair. Detectives, their faces etched with a professional detachment that did little to ease his unease, peppered him with questions, their voices a relentless drone. They presented him with evidence, fragments of a story he didn't recognize, each piece seemingly designed to incriminate him further. He maintained his innocence, his voice firm despite the tremor that ran through him, but his words seemed to dissipate into the stale air, lost in the labyrinthine machinery of the justice system. His lawyer, a seasoned professional with a reputation for navigating the treacherous waters of celebrity law, was a calm presence in the storm. The news of Polo G's arrest sent shockwaves through the city of Los Angeles. The young rapper, with his introspective lyrics and undeniable talent, had become a symbol of hope, his story resonating with millions. The accusations against him, if true, threatened to shatter that image, leaving behind a trail of disillusionment and anger. The city, already a tinderbox of social and economic tensions, felt the heat of the controversy. Protests erupted outside the police station, a cacophony of voices demanding his release. Fans, their faces a mix of disbelief and anger, waved placards bearing his image, their chants of "Free Polo G" echoing through the streets. The media, sensing a story ripe for exploitation, descended upon the city, their cameras capturing every moment of the unfolding drama. The city held its breath, caught between the desire for justice and the fear of repeating past mistakes. Behind the scenes, a high-stakes legal battle was being waged. Polo G's legal team, a formidable group of lawyers known for their aggressive tactics and unwavering commitment to their clients, worked tirelessly to dismantle the prosecution's case. They dissected every piece of evidence, scrutinized witness statements, and exploited every loophole in the legal system. The prosecution, led by a seasoned district attorney with a reputation for being tough on crime, presented a compelling narrative. They painted Polo G as a young man blinded by fame, his past catching up with him in a reckless act of violence. The courtroom became a stage for a battle of wits, a chess match where every move was calculated, every word scrutinized. The pressure was immense. As the trial progressed, the walls seemed to close in around Polo G. The initial shock of the arrest had worn off, replaced by a numbing routine. His days were spent shuffling between court appearances, legal consultations, and the confines of his own home, which had transformed from a sanctuary into a gilded cage. The media frenzy surrounding the case showed no signs of abating. Every detail, no matter how insignificant, was dissected and debated ad nauseum. Cameras followed his every move, capturing his every expression, their lenses intruding on his every moment of vulnerability. The constant scrutiny, the relentless pressure took its toll. His once bright demeanor dimmed, replaced by a weariness that spoke volumes. The weight of the accusations, the uncertainty of the future, the constant fear of being judged and found wanting, all combined to create an almost unbearable pressure. A glimmer of hope emerged from the most unexpected of places. A witness came forward. A young woman, her voice trembling but firm, claimed to have been at the party that night. She had seen the altercation, seen the accuser, and her story contradicted the prosecution's timeline. Polo G, she insisted, had not been involved. Her testimony sent ripples through the courtroom. The prosecution, caught off guard, scrambled to discredit her, their carefully constructed narrative suddenly on shaky ground. The defense seized on her testimony, using it to highlight the inconsistencies in the prosecution's case, to cast doubt on the reliability of their witnesses. The media, always hungry for a twist in the narrative, pounced on the new development. Public opinion, swayed by the new evidence, began to shift. The trial dragged on, its shadow stretching far beyond the confines of the courtroom. Polo G, once a symbol of hope, his music a soundtrack for a generation, found himself reduced to a headline, a cautionary tale about the perils of fame. The financial cost was staggering. Legal fees mounted, eating away at his hard-earned fortune. Endorsement deals evaporated overnight, sponsors distancing themselves from the controversy. His music, once a source of income and creative fulfillment, was now caught in legal limbo, its release date uncertain. But the true cost was far greater than any financial loss. The jury reached a verdict after weeks of deliberation, not guilty. The courtroom erupted, a wave of relief washing over Polo G and his loved ones. He was free. The accusations had been dismissed, his name cleared. Justice, it seemed, had prevailed. But the victory felt hollow. The scars of the experience remained etched deep within him. The trauma of the arrest, the humiliation of the trial, the relentless scrutiny of the media, all had left their mark. He was no longer the carefree young man who had burst onto the music scene just a few years prior. Despite the not guilty verdict, questions lingered. The arrest, the accusations, the trial, all had cast a long shadow over Polo G's life. The truth, elusive as ever, remained shrouded in mystery. Who had orchestrated the events of that night? What was their motive? And why had the justice system, seemingly so eager to convict, faltered at the last moment? Polo G, forever marked by the experience, moved forward, his music a testament to his resilience, his lyrics reflecting a newfound maturity, a deeper understanding of the complexities of life. He used his platform to advocate for criminal justice reform, to speak out against the injustices he had witnessed firsthand.